Hey guys, today I'm doing a video of this 1999 52-inch Encon Imperial ceiling fan. This was actually a trash find that I got out of my neighbor's garbage actually. And this fan actually has quite a bit of sentimental value to me just because my dad and I actually helped them install this back in the year 2000. So yeah, it was 16 years ago now. And this was installed in their sunroom since then. And back in the day, what I remember doing is putting these screws in here, the ones that hold the blades onto the brackets. Those are the ones I remember doing when I was only 5 years old. So pretty neat to finally have this fan after all that time. And unfortunately, this is an indoor ceiling fan that was installed in an open air porch, the sunroom, like I said, that whole time. So unfortunately, it did get quite a bit of rust on it since we put it up. Probably the worst of it's on the sideband there. I mean, it's you can still tell it's antique brass, but it's really spotted and pitted in spots. And the top of the motor housing's also not too great in terms of rust. But fortunately, the bottom faceplate is not too bad. I'm not seeing much rust on there actually. Blade brackets are a little pitted, but not too bad. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's not terrible shape. It did pretty well considering it hung, in an open air environment for 16 years. Um, but yeah, I mean, so this is pretty cool. I was able to get this. Originally, it was on a long down rod, which you can see is over here. I'm not sure. I didn't measure it out. I'm not quite sure what length it is, but I know it's a longer one, probably close to 3 feet long. Looks like I think the tiles are about a foot each or so. But yeah, and then it also had a light kit originally, which I took off for now for a couple of reasons. Well, first of all, the rust is like pretty bad on there. Like the whole top of the socket is rusted out. Um, but it also has a bad socket, which you can see I wrote on there, so I don't forget. Um, yeah, one of the sockets is the contacts are broken, so I gotta replace that. And I mean, in all honesty, when I took off the light kit, I actually kind of like the way it looks without the light kit, so I might just leave it off altogether. But obviously, I'll still keep it since it's part of the fan. But I think it actually looks pretty good without the light. Um, yeah, and blades aren't too bad. They're a little warped, but I mean, it's not too terrible. You can see they're kind of bent upwards a little since it's sitting upside down, but still not too bad. The blades are still really glossy though. That's like this high gloss type of finish on it. Again, you can see the light fixture, fluorescent light up there reflecting off of it. But yeah, no, the blades are still really nice looking in terms of finish. Yeah, and this is the cherry side, kind of a reddish wood, which I think looks really nice on this fan. On the other side's like a kind of a lighter color wood. I'd say like a maple or teak or something like that. Um, Yeah, I don't know. I definitely like the cherry side better though. So this is the side it originally had installed. But yeah, you can see the wires are awfully long for it. These other fans here, since obviously I had to go through that whole down rod. But yeah, I mean for an Encon, it's a decent performer. I mean air movement's not great, but it's really quiet. I'll give it that for sure. Probably the quietest direct drive fan that I have. And and yeah, obviously it's a copy of the Casablanca Victorian, but with 6 blades. And you can see the original Encon kind of pendant pull chain on there. Yeah, it's obviously it's taped to the switch housing so it doesn't fall into the blades while I'm testing it down here. But yeah, pretty cool. And actually the light still has that chain too. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, so yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll run through the speed so you can see it running. I'll start with high speed first. I'll turn it upside down so it kind of simulates it being installed. It has a slight wobble to it, but nothing too bad. funny you could see the light reflecting off the blades while they're... I always thought that was cool with the high gloss type blades. Okay, and I'll go down to medium. Oh yeah, the other thing I meant to mention about this fan is that it's actually, other than the mounting bracket and one of the light kit screws, like, you know, that hold the shades onto the sockets, this fan actually has all of the other hardware, all the blade screws, and, like, you know, almost all the screws for the light shades, which is nice, because when I had found it, all I saw was the motor and the down rod, and obviously the light attached to the motor, but I found my neighbor and asked him if he had the blades for it, and sure enough, they were just sitting in the garbage can right next to it, so I was able to get all the blades, and we even found the bag of hardware too, so it's mostly complete, just needs a mounting bracket, really. Yeah, I really like the medium on it, actually. It's nice and, you know, it's enough that you feel some air, but it's not, like, you know, going too terribly fast. It's kind of a slow medium, which is nice looking. Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously you can probably hear the air conditioner running in the back, but I mean, this is a very quiet fan, though. Which is funny, because Encon usually aren't the quietest fans, but, I mean, at least the 90s ones, but I mean, this one is, you know, very, very quiet. Okay, and I'll go down to low. Nice slow low speed on it. Yeah, I feel like this would be a good fan for like a, you know, dining room, or, you know, somewhere, you know, maybe a formal living room, you know, somewhere where it's, you don't need a ton of air movement, just a little, you know, breeze. Yeah, it's not a nice slow low. I like it. Can never describe. There's something very classy about 6-inch or 6-blade fans like this, like these big 52-inch 6-blade ones. This looks very, very kind of fancy looking. I like it. And I'll go ahead and turn it off. Yeah, and the bearings are actually still pretty quiet too. I don't think this was used a whole lot. Alright, just so I don't make the video too long, I'll wrap it up here, but thanks for watching, and there's more videos on the way.